Now there's only 3 reasons you can travel from Victoria into New South Wales: for work, education or medical reasons. Now, prior to this today, you could travel for any classification of daily living. So obviously it is getting far more strict, but the New South Wales Police Minister David Elliott says it's necessary. He says this is a matter of life or death as New South Wales continues to try and distance themselves from the outbreak in Melbourne. So the idea is that everyone will have to apply for a permit now. Even if they've had one previously, they'll have to apply again for a new one. For border communities also, they have a special permit to apply for that allows them only to travel in a designated border zone. So that will be interesting to see how those border communities like Albury-Wodonga handle that new change. This all comes as a health alert is issued for the Salamander Bay shopping centre near Port Stephens in New South Wales. That's after a 60-year-old man who had been at the centre on the 15th of July tested positive for COVID-19.
Meanwhile, Charlotte, the debate over masks is intensifying in New South Wales too after Victoria.
Yeah, it seems it's our turn now, Pete. The New South Wales Transport Minister, Andrew Constance, has said while it is not mandatory, he does understand the reason behind this push from the unions. He says that it's not compulsory, but it is encouraged.
Okay.
It's a key piece of advice that we're dependent on from Kerry Chant in order to take action, and that's the appropriate course of action. But, you know, we're encouraging people to do it. We haven't got the advice which says go and fine people and make it mandatory, but we are encouraging people right across the community. It wouldn't matter if it's on public transport or in an indoor venue or in a shopping centre. If you can't physically distance, then you should consider wearing a mask.
Pete, he also said that anyone that's displaying any sort of symptoms, be it a scratchy throat or a runny nose, they shouldn't be using public transport at the moment. Yesterday in New South Wales, we recorded 13 new cases of COVID-19, 10 of those linked to the Thai Rock restaurant in Wetherill Park.